Hey everybody, and thanks for coming in. We're live. Let me get the camera on here. Guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing great. Come on in. Give me a comment if you are catching this live. Let me know you're here because I'm just letting all the systems catch up right now as everything goes live. I can see everybody coming in. Hi, Karina's here. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. We are on and we are running. Fantastic. Let's get the screen closed down. All right, Christina says, hey everyone, hi. That comes in red. That's weird. I don't like that color, but oh well, it is what it is. Thanks for joining in. We're just going to be a few minutes while notifications go out. Just give me a shout out if you're in here and you're live. Woo! Hopefully you're having a great Thursday today. It is 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. And if y'all are doing great out there, give me a shout so I know you're coming in live. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Hey. All right, we're going. We are on product research hunts. We're finding products for Amazon, Shopify, eBay, or any other e-commerce. We're using software tools. We're using techniques and strategies. We're going into markets and concepts for market ideas. We're going to answer some of the Amazon stuff as well. But predominantly, we're going to spend the next 20 minutes focused on finding products that lead to a niche that's trending, that's big, that's profitable. You might take the products into your potential niche you already have, or you might help identify one today that you have not identified before. And you can take that and look at building products into that potential market and niche. Thelma, thanks for joining. Great to have you here as well. Hello there. Hope you're doing wonderful today. We are going to get moving here in just a minute. Like I said, I'm waiting for notifications to all go out. So anybody who wants to jump on can jump on live. We are live, so I will take questions and answer anything that I can. And of course, I'm also going to give you guys updates, tell you what I know, tell you what I don't know, and all of that good stuff as we go through this call. But predominantly, I'm going to stay focused on hunting products, and I'm going to do it in a couple of different ways. I'm going to do it how I normally do, is I go through my own list, my own shopping list, and every week it seems there's something new to buy or sell into my shopping list. And we call it urban mindset hacking. It's one of the things we teach, of course, in our coaching and mentorship, but we do teach a number of other methodologies. This one I like to deploy out here into the live Facebook, YouTube sphere because you guys are always asking, what the hell do I sell? And the question is, what can't you sell that's already in front of you that maybe you already purchased? So I try to get people thinking in these calls about things that are all around them in their life, things that maybe they haven't identified before, things that maybe they just didn't realize that could be right in front of them. Their Coke to Nike, okay? Their Coke to Nike. Wow, I meant to say Nike to Reebok. Coke to Pepsi. There we go, spit it out. So we're having some fun here. We're obviously live. If you're just coming in, say hello and welcome. Let me know where you're from, and we'll get moving here in just a minute. Like I said, I'm waiting for notifications to go out. I jumped on just a little early, so people are coming in as they're coming in. I see some of my current coaching students and people who might want to get involved with us. Later on, we'll talk about all of these things we're doing. I do want to go ahead and kick it off. Guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, if you are not liking, most people on my channel are not subscribed. Go ahead and hit the subscribe, smash it right now, smash the like button, pound it, pound. That way you guys will get notifications the next time we go live and do these kinds of things. I'd love to do more of them, and I'd love to get more of a regular upload schedule going for everybody who's interested in the kinds of things that we're talking about today, because there's always a lot of fun in the e-com world, and specifically a focus on Amazon and Fulfilled by Amazon products. All right? I sound like I'm in a stadium. Is that like my broadcast mode? Hey, I'm in a stadium. Welcome to the call. Hopefully that's not my audio. Is my audio, is it coming in like I'm standing in a stadium? Maybe I've got my, okay, whoops. I think I have my built-in microphone and my Yeti engaged. So that probably will fix the sound. It was probably reverbing between both mics. Is that better now? Do I not sound like I'm in a stadium anymore? I'm going to lose that cool echo. Now that I know that it does that, I should actually get the echo going for this. It'll be a lot more fun, right? Welcome to the call. This is Product Rumble. Thursday in the jungle. We're going to rumble. All right. So we are on fire. So first off, let me tell you guys about a free Amazon sellers training that is coming up. Attention, anybody who's doing full-time Amazon, or maybe you want to do full-time Amazon and you're struggling, or you're trying to figure out how to make things work, you can head over to a free AMZ training group, and you can come on one of our next group intakes. Every month, once or twice, it just depends upon where we are. I offer these training groups to those who are interested in understanding more about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and then it is an open enrollment period for those who want to get working with coaches and mentors who are really wanting to see you guys succeed. For those of you who are listening to this who are not a current member of my coaching program or have not come through one of these things, you are more than welcome. How did that slide on? You are more than welcome to join one of my free group trainings, okay? So my overlay just disappeared. Well, that's really weird. How did I move from one training to another training? Okay, there we go. I'm live, in case you hadn't told us. See what's going on. We're going to screw this up today. Whatever. All right, so go to freeamztraining.group and sign up for one of our next free groups. It's a 5-day free training. We're going to cover the 4 steps to 10x your Amazon sales in Amazon FBA with private label brands. We are not talking about retail, wholesale, online, and arbitrage in that training group, but we can cover some of those topics today. Our favorite seller methodology, and the one we've had the most success with since 2012, is private label. And I would encourage anybody who's considering to be serious about business to consider brand building with private label. So we are gonna get moving. So let's actually get the shared screen up today. Here we go. I'm gonna hang out in the corner with you guys so you can poke fun at me some more while I screw up this live call. Because whatever. So we're going to go into my orders, and we're going to start mining because all kinds of stuff is coming in. And we found some really fun things this way. And you guys can do the same thing too. So if you are trying to get your sales mind going and you're trying to figure out what the hell am I going to sell in the market, or what can I even add into additional sales types that I have in my current potential brands or brands that I've got, or shoot, maybe you're doing the wholesale side of things, and you're like, there's products I'm moving, but I can't get more of X product. I got as much as I could and I sold it and it did great, but I can't get any more of Y product and I want to sell it and I'm doing great. Hey, Talar, great to have you on the broadcast. Good for you. Thanks for showing up. It's great to have you here. So we are going to talk about some of those things today. We're going to start at the micro view, which means the product, but then I'm going to quickly back into the macro view, which is what is the market we're looking at, okay? So yeah, my wife has been busy buying stuff almost every week, as you guys can imagine. These are out for delivery. There's some headlamps here. Now these are, I hate to go into this one, guys, because those of you who know me know I like to talk against anything electronic, but I'm going to go into this one. Why? Because this one's fascinating. So we live on a large property. We get a lot of critters crawling around our property. And for those of you who might be offended by something I might cross over in this conversation in the next 5 minutes, you might want to plug your ears or hit mute because I might talk about managing the property, which does have to do with shooting furry little creatures. Okay, so I said furry little creatures. So not all of them are good furry little creatures, and I know some of you may like to hear this, but hey, whatever. My channel, I'll talk about whatever the heck I want. No, but in all seriousness, there are a lot of things that go bump in the night out here on our property, and good headlamps are one of those things. So I did some quick research. I got on. This was the product that we chose, and she ordered one for me and one for my dad, who's up the hill, and he likes to pop off rounds too at things that go bump in the night, and it's always dark, and we were looking for something really, really bright, and it turns out, we found a 6,000 lumen work headlamp that works really well for taking out things that go bump in the night. I almost read that as zombie, but it's actually zoomable, and that's where my mind is today. Very, very careful. So the first thing I noticed about this when I bought it, and part of the reason why I think it's good to bring it up today, guys, is this is actually a third-party seller. Why? Because Amazon sellers and Amazon itself and most professional sellers do not do this with their bullet points. And if you're in my coaching and training, you will know we don't do that. So someone else is running this business, which is fine. More power to them. But there's opportunity in this business, I'm sure, in the light, outdoor, bumping in the night. They got camping, running, hiking. They're trying to cover way too much in this. If you guys are on my training, you're going to know this is not the best use of your headline for your listing. But anyways, if you're watching this and you're selling this product, forgive me, maybe you can take some value out of this. So we do see that it makes some money, like right out of the bat. There we go, 3,627. I nailed it. That's it. Time to get off the call. You guys just found your first profitable product. That's what we're going to do in 20 minutes, and I just nailed it. And we are already 9 minutes and 24 seconds in. So guys, that was a really great call. Thanks for joining. I hope you found value in the call. Please join the free training group. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to quit. I'm not a quitter, and you shouldn't be a quitter either. But look, I found a profitable product. Now, according to the tool, we're using ASIN Inspector. You can check it out at asininspector.com at the link below the description. This is a sponsored broadcast. This is a $10.19 profit, okay? 48% profit margin, not too bad, not too shabby. It is relatively ranked well for its department at 6676. Some of you should recognize what I'm talking about. In the headlamp space, it's at 23. This product's around 7,400 in revenue after profit margins and stuff, and the seller fees, price fees, fulfillment, etc. This is a product that is doing about $17.54 in net payout. Its gross profit margins are right above 10, so that's really close to getting into the yellow. So, I mean, as you can see, we bumped this thing down to 30, and we're at 11.24. If we got to go above that, price point, profitability, and cost per goods, there's no way we're going to reach that unless you're going to get there on volume, which tells me that this may be a loss leader for this person, and they're hanging on to this product for whatever reason, because they are definitely not pricing this in a place where I would personally, because it's not going to be very profitable. Now, they may be making it in on other lamps and then having higher affinity lamps at higher price points with better profit margins. But I just wanted to share this with you because this is the outdoor space. So where can we go from here? Clearly, we are in the space of outdoorness, where things go bump in the night. And camping, running, hiking are one component or three components of how to align this particular usage of this product. Obviously, profitability aside, the market itself is about being in the outdoors. So it's possible for us to go lateral. Where could we go lateral, guys? Where could we go horizontal? Where could we move in this market niche macro that we're currently looking at now at the product level? But we're going to go micro. We're going to look macro into hands-free flashlights, headlamps, safety, and security. We can kind of bump up Amazon's own tree right here. It's breadcrumb. Yeah, I'm in a funny mood today. I had too much coffee, I guess. To get back to safety and security, like that's where they put this in under tools and home improvement. Just based on 8 years of selling experience, that's probably not where I would have dropped this particular product, and that could be one of the limiting factors of its growth and profit potential where it's currently setting. So there is some potential opportunity for these products. There's been a number of them around, but again, personally, I wouldn't go into the space because it's electronics. Electronics have manufacturing defects. They have more challenges, but that doesn't mean there's not necessarily opportunity for more experienced sellers to drive these kinds of products into their existing outdoor brands. At 5,100 in tools and improvement, there's some room for improvement. But guys, there are products at even 25 to 50,000 in bestseller ranks that are making $3,600 a month that have a lot more room for improvement. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to back up to headlamps. We're going to take this on at a macro level here. And let's see what we pull up here. We got most wished for, hot new releases, featured deals. So here's where 90% of Amazon sellers go and start making their mistakes. They've been taught to go to the best sellers. They've even been taught to go to the top rated. They've been taught to go under 25 because their mindset says, well, if it's selling under 25, it's probably not going to cost me more than $7 to procure this product. And as you know or should know from any of my live feeds, or if you're involved in our training, that is a wrong mindset. It's a limiting scarcity mindset, and it will crash and burn your business, okay? So what we want to be looking for is things where profitability margins and stuff go up. Here we got $37. We don't want to be racing below $20 in profit if we can, or $20 in retail, because we're definitely going to get below $10 in profit. And so what we want to be looking for is products maybe in the hot new release area. Where would we be potentially setting as we get this product in the market? Where's the profitability setting? What is this guy doing at $70? So this guy is coming in at 1,000 looms for $70.90. Amazon's feed has been having a lot of trouble with the tool lately, guys, so forgive me. If we get that notification a couple times, we're going to have to reset. Just loaded systems with their connection to our data system. So we'll try to fix that. I'll ping Andrew in the background while we're talking. So this particular product, look, it has that's cool. Check that out. It's got like a Velcro component on the top. It's got a work light. It's got 60-degree performance angle. It's got a little mini light. So it's like 2 or 3 lights in one. So I could see why they're possibly pricing this at a much different level. So you got like 2 or 3 products in one, and suddenly we have unlocked the other side of this particular market, where we're now looking at $89 and $84 products. So in this one at $46,000 in home improvement has some rankability opportunities, $175 in headlamps. So it's just kind of getting going out there, and they have a decent listing. I mean, they got a decent listing going on with their branding, not bad. Powerful, versatile, and reliable. It's only 1,000 luminance though, and For those of you who are not aware, luminance is a measurement of light, and of course, more luminance means more light. And as you know from the one I just showed you, it was 6,000 luminance, or 6 times the luminance of this one at 1,000 for $20. So it isn't just about the power; it's about the battery, it's the visibility. But this has a multi-feature, so they got a very different point of difference on this product. I think we should draw out here, right? Sorry, Karina, I saw your message. Can one move a product from a location to another location? No. Amazon is in control of all logistics within the warehouses. You cannot control product movement. They will distribute product that goes into the main warehouse they tell you to ship it to the other warehouses based on demand. It's a very complicated inventory system, and based on the demand of location in the city or state with where your product is selling the most of, they will move units of it to those locations and distribute them all across their different warehouses in a very, very lean manufacturing and distribution model. It's very cool. Not manufacturing, distribution. Very lean distribution model. And so certain products, even like, you send in 100 units, you could have 5 go to Mississippi, you could have 20 go to Washington, you could have, 15 go to California. Literally, they're going to break those down into individual units based on demand. So you don't have control over that. That's Amazon's inventory. So let's back up here one more time, and I'm going to just go into... where were we at? Because we were getting into some higher affinity products right under the hot new releases brand. So we were actually under this, but let's go back here for a second. What I want to look at is light. Okay, so what I'm looking for is 4 stars and above. Yeah, so where I'm at, okay, 800. I'm just reading, guys. Sorry, not to go quiet on you for a second. I'm still here. I am looking through other products, and we're moving horizontal, since none of you suggested. Okay, we're moving into tactical lights a little bit, which is cool, tactical, but it's a little overdone. There's different ways to do lights and combine lights. This one, for example, is for camping and fishing. It's got a clip-on. It's a multi-point light, it looks like. Camping, fishing, biking, night trekking, in emergencies. Night trekking. You have to say that word. It's fun to say. Night trekking. You have to give it sort of that movie voice. Because it'd be like the thing you're wearing where you're in the dark and you're screaming with a light in front of you and you're like, help me, they're on to me. When you're lost in the woods with your really cool Amazon lamp that you downloaded. All right, so this one is at 55. We're showing, not a lot of money moving on this particular variation. They're at 140. Not terrible because they have a 478 BSR and headlamps, which is where we're of interest to those of us who are paying attention to the way that's going. And for whichever particular, is that Claymore? Oh, they Claymore with a backwards E, like a Claymore landmine? I'm not, okay. Interesting. Pick one, 230 luminance. Okay, so I can see where maybe this isn't. Now I get good profit at 23.77. It's a decent profit. If their cost of goods at 35% or less or 19.25, they got a decent profit margin, but obviously they're not making it up on sales right now. Based on where their listing currently stands at 140,000, they've got to get their rankability up for this particular product. It's been around since January, May. Be careful. The clip on it is junk, broken the first week, not off to a great start with the 1-star reviews. That may not have helped this product to market. This definitely didn't help there. You guys see what happened here? Yeah, they touched somebody else's brand. And this is what happens with international, groups of, they come out of the Koreans and Chinese market, and they literally do this to your listing. So someone hired somebody to come jack with this listing. That's very terrible. I feel bad for the seller. It happens, and you've got to do some defense mechanisms with your trademark and registries in order to stop that kind of thing from happening. But let's look at here what we've got. Multi-use clip. I'm going to stop in just a few more minutes, because we're kind of getting to the point where we saw some particular profitable products, and what we were trying to do is just back in, okay, so 5,000 on this one, 9,100, but their profit margins are in the red, and that's where things get really dangerous, guys. But there is opportunity in this market. What I want you to be thinking about isn't these exact products or even selling the lights themselves. I want you to see that there's market macro opportunity within the camping, hiking, outdoor niche right here as we're looking at it today. Just driving it literally out of my own Amazon order list. And you can do the same thing, right? Or you can ask your friends and show their lists and see what they're buying. And it's a great place to mine ideas to then start the process of determining profitability and market segmentation for a trending and hot product market. Now, camping's a bigger thing right now during this time of year in July when we're shooting this video, at the time you're watching it maybe, or the time you're replaying it. Camping's a bigger deal right now. Of course, it's time in market, so these are going to be selling more. They're going to be selling potentially less during the other times of years. It's a little bit more, especially if you're in like the camping and you've aligned yourself with the camping space, then you're going to have a little bit more of seasonality to products. Now, seasonality with products is not a particular issue, folks. It's just you got to remember to have more than one product crossing over more than one season, so your sales revenue marks don't look like giant peaks and valleys at different times of the year. If you're just getting started and it's your first product and niche and you're going into outdoor, and let's say you choose the camping niche and you're launching it in January, then you got to know that your real sales metrics aren't going to kick up until you reach the May, June timeframe when camping becomes a thing in most of the country, especially when you're in the United States. Of course, if you're watching this from any other part of the world, you're going to invert that based upon, if you're in Australia on the upside down, or if you're in the UK or somewhere else. Adjust accordingly to your own time zone. There's my movie voice again. All right, so 11,916.99. This one is actually moving. It's got 1,400 reviews. This is going to be a bit of a saturated niche, and part of the thing I really identify here with now as I'm looking this over, and those of you who are getting more trained as we train your brains, there's a bit of saturation here, right? We're seeing some similarities to the product types enough that it's going to base some of my decision making as a buyer on price and reviews, right? So that's one of the things I want to be very careful with you about today, is understanding competition saturation, which I just gave you a glimpse of. If there's a lot of products that look very kind of similar to each other with not enough differentiation, you're going to hit saturation. Now, as I am looking at this, I want to make sure that we are looking close enough to see that there are some differentiations. At a glance, it just looks like all black headlights sort of lined up the same way, right? And that's going to be a little bit of that saturation kicking in. But by the same token, I see these exact close ones. You got these two who are literally, and if I sourced this product, I'd probably find these are just the default images from AliExpress or Alibaba with their, this is probably white label products. Let's call it what it is. They're not necessarily brands. They're white label products, probably got with a little bit of Photoshop. See the difference in that glaze here, and of course the light. There's opportunities to beat some of these people, but at the same time, you're reaching into, what are potentially very saturated markets, and there are better places to go than this. But hey, we're off the cuff. We're just finding products. We've discovered profitable products. The next step for you is to determine whether or not you should be doing it and actually selling that product and actually buying those units. If you have any questions about that and you don't understand what the next steps might look like, if you download ASIN360 PRO, the tool, we have some free training in the Academy that you can check out. If you want to fill that gap in just a little farther, I encourage you to come to our next free Amazon sellers training that comes up on July 20th. And you can go to freeamztraining.group. The link will be at the description below. You guys can come in. We'll teach you some more concepts and strategies for free on how to determine products profitability, rankability, and other methodologies we deploy to kind of understand where you should segment these. So if you want some additional free training, more than what you're getting right now, then I encourage you to come into that 5-day free training on July 20th coming up, which will be a lot of fun. All right, guys, so literally I'm going to shut this down, but I wanted you to open this up as a concept in a market. What I want you to do from this point is go in and start looking laterally at particular products and opportunities like even this, but don't go for that price point where you're in the camping and trekking, outdoor hiking niche, because it is a great market and there's a lot of great products in there that make some really decent money. And again, we're not trying to rob the bank, but we do want to rob the train with some of these profits, okay? So what do I mean by that, as I'll end on this point? What I don't want to do is see a product that's, I'm focused on the revenues and, that's doing 50,000 in revenues and I have to go sell that product because it's going to make me life-changing income. No, what you want to be focused on is products that make you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and then you want to stack that money. You want to stack those dollars, okay? We call it our 5x5. So 5 products moving 5 units or more on an average of $10 or more in profit. You want to keep stacking that up on top of each other because you'll find that those products last longer, keep the profit going, will grow organically over time. And as you stack 2, 3, 4, 5 of those products, you can do the math. That's $10,000 to $15,000 in profit every month when you stack those products up on top of each other. If one of them goes down, the whole business doesn't go down. And that is the point I'm trying to make. So if you guys understand that, The one-hit wonder concept of most trainings is to go after the best sellers in the most wished list, and then you fell flat on your face when you cannot get that product into a profitability setting. And that is not something I want you to do today. That's something I want to take away from you today as you go out into this training and as you guys take a look at this market. And you can see I found, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 products that were making more than $3,000 to $5,000 in profit a month. The tool showed me that. The tool showed me the data. From there, I can use the tool to go help with some of my sourcing. And then if I want to connect the gap between that technology and the process, you can show up at the free training at July, and we do our next group intake. We're closing down the one right now for July. End of July's group intake will actually be for August. And I'll teach you some more free training over 5 days. You guys are welcome to come check it out. If you like the tool we just showed you, it's ASIN Inspector Pro. You can go to asininspector.com on the link below, and you can check that tool out at a really, really great deal. So guys, subscribe, smash the like button. Come on in if you guys like this training. I'll see you again next time. Get your notifications to show up. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Get out there and sell something, and I will catch you guys on the next live. Have a great one.